Hey guys, thanks for checking out the channel. So we're continuing on in the DJI M4T and M4TD settings. Now we're starting to get into more of the advanced settings. This will be for the advanced flight settings. There is a separate playlist for the M30T if you want to go back and check that out, or if you know somebody that's got a 30T and they are just looking for more information. I've got a whole playlist on it, and I'll be adding to both of these playlists, trying to do at least weekly. Anyway, if you want to support the channel, there's opportunity in the description. It's not required, not expected, but if you want to help out with batteries and things, I greatly appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, share. All that stuff really helps my channel grow, and I really do appreciate it, guys.
All right, now gain and expo tuning. I think we talked about this a little bit in the other videos, but this basically is your this this controls your stick sensitivity and smoothness. So lower values will feel smoother. Higher values will feel more responsive. Um, let's do some. Let's go ahead and launch the drone real quick, and we'll cover some of these. I think I covered them I know I covered them on the 30T video. I got a little bit more in depth in these. I don't remember if I did this on the 4TD, so we'll do it now. Let's go ahead and get the drone up a little ways, a couple hundred feet. All right. So the first one's your max horizontal speed. I mean, however fast you want to do max. I think I typically, 35 miles per hour. Let's see if it'll even. Oh yeah, it'll get there. Let's see if it'll go all the way to 42. It's a fast drone. I mean, I don't know. 42 to me seems pretty fast, but anyway, I may just leave it wide open. Max ascent speed. So when you're going to move your drone up, it's mine will move up at about the max 13.42 miles per hour. But you can do it slower if you want. Newer pilots, I would recommend probably doing a little bit slower, and always look up. When I get ready to launch this drone, especially doing deer recovery. I mean, a lot of times you're in the woods, you got overhanging limbs. At nighttime, man, always look up. I can't tell you how many times I've been about to launch my drone and look right above the tailgate of my truck, and there's a power line. And you just have to, move the truck up a little bit and reposition. But if you just shoot straight up, you're going to go right into that power line and ruin it. Um, the other thing is your max descent speed. So obviously controls how fast your drone descends. And I've had people tell me that I've had people ask me about this drone, and they're just like when I go to land, or when I'm trying to lower the drone, it's incredibly slow. If that's the case, go back and look at your gain and expo tuning, and look at your max descent speed. If you've got a low one, that drone I'll just show you. So let's just see how I'm going down. See how slow that is. Now let's go to the max. Big difference. Next up, you've got your max angular velocity. This basically controls how fast the drone rotates left or right, kind of your yaw speed. I think I was calling it yaw because it's spelled Y-A-W, but it's yaw is how it's pronounced. So basically, if you have a higher angular velocity, you're going to have faster turning, probably better for tracking moving targets. Lower velocity is going to be smoother, more for if you need like precision. So let's look at that real quick. I keep mine on the higher end. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it all the way. Well, I'll show you where I normally keep mine, somewhere around 80. So at 80, when I swing my drone, this is me taking the control stick all the way to the right, the left control stick all the way to the right, all the way to the left. You see the speed right there in which I'm moving. So we're going to take the max angular velocity all the way to the lowest part, which is 20, lowest setting. Now turning, see how much slower that is? You get a little bit more smooth with that, but I don't know, for deer recovery, I really want that drone to be able to move faster. So you could almost get by with having it on max on this. So when you're spinning that drone and looking for the deer, see them a little bit easier. The next one is your yaw smoothness, and this affects how gently the drone starts and stops turning. So if you got a low value, you're going to have kind of snappy turns, quick response. A high value is going to be softer start stops, kind of smoother. So as you can see, mine is at 0. So let's just do this. So like I said, mine is on the lower side, so kind of snappy. Now let's move it all the way to 100%. And you see when I stopped, I've let off the controller, it's still going. I don't like a high yaw smoothness on here. Because again, if you're trying to find a deer and you're moving and moving, and you let off, you see this drone's still going, and it probably went another 30 yards. So I keep the yaw smoothness all the way at 0 for recovery. I guess if you were doing filming or something, or using it for something other than deer, it may be more beneficial. The next one is your brake sensitivity. Basically, how aggressively the drone stops when you release the stick. So, you guys have heard me say this before in a lot of my videos. This has caused me to spook deer before. So let's show you what I'm talking about. When you let off the stick on, when you're flying and you just kind of, you're up to 20, 30, 40 miles an hour, however fast you've got this drone set to go, and you just let off the stick. If that drone has to abruptly stop, what's going to happen is those propellers or those motors are going to have to compensate for that. And it can actually make a loud noise. Even the 4TD being as silent as it is, when you do this, it makes a loud buzzing sound. So it can be in your best interest to knock the sensitivity down just a little bit. You kind of have to weigh that against. Well, let's just show you. So we're going to take the sensitivity all the way to 0. We're going to take the drone up to whatever speed we want to fly at. We'll do 40 miles an hour. All right, I'll just let off the stick. You see how far it just went? So the braking, it kind of slowed down. It took it a second. Now let's take this up to 150 sensitivity. We're going to get up to 40 miles an hour again. At 38 miles an hour. All right, I'm going to let off of it now. See how much faster that stopped? In doing that, it can be more noisy. You can spook deer doing that. The reason that I keep mine on the higher end, even though it is at a risk of spooking them, I usually do about 100, 99 to 100. The reason that I keep mine where it is when you're looking for a deer and you're flying through there, kind of going fast at night, and it's kind of hard to tell with all the the sun's been out today, so you can see where it's heated everything up. But you see that deer and you let off real quick. Well, you don't want the drone just to go flying past it and make that a little more. Probably go to. I may just keep it here, even if it is in the risk of spooking a deer. I kind of like that to be a little higher. So when I let off, I don't just fly right past the deer while it's braking. Hope that makes sense.
Okay, guys, we're going to go ahead and stop right here. So I want to keep these videos, if possible, below 10 minutes. I'm going to do a separate video where we cover the actual expo settings. But anyway, hopefully that'll come out in the next week or so. But thank you guys so much for watching. And like I said before, please like, subscribe, share, comment. All those things help the channel, and I greatly appreciate it. Thank you.